Graphing simple rational functions, part 2. First thing, we need a list of stuff, don't we? X-Intercept. What's the X-Intercept? Right. Take the numerator, set it equal to 0, so we have x is equal to 0. This is hard. Give you some time to think about this. When does x equal 0? 5. Nice. Well played, sir. That gives us the point 0, 0. Good job, Michael. And y-intercept? Can you see how it's the same thing? Because the y-intercept is f of 0, isn't it? And f of 0 would give us 0 over 4 times 0 plus 3. So in this case, it's also 0, 0. Not always. It's not always true, but in this case it's true, right? What else do we need? Sid? I want an answer. What's next? Good job, kid. So vertical asymptote. So how do you find the vertical asymptote? Is it this is equal 0 or this is equal 0? Vertical is the bottom one. Okay? Make a note to yourself. So we have 4x plus 3 equals 0. Do some algebra. We get 4x is equal to negative 3, don't we? Divide both sides by 4. We get x is equal to negative 3/4. What does a vertical asymptote look like? Vertical line labeled, in this case, x is equal to negative 3/4. Okay? Say it all good? So for the vertical asymptote, just remember it's denominator equals 0, and then, right, Sid, and then solve, right? Okay, good job. What about the horizontal asymptote? And I think Ms. Steiner already told us that answer, didn't she? And what was that answer? 1/4. The answer was y equals 1/4. How does she figure that out? She sees that this is x to the first. This is also x to the first. That tells her that it's going to be the ratio of these two numbers. And what number is in front of the x on top? Marissa? 1, so it's 1/4. Can you see it? So y equals 1/4. And what does this look like? What does the line look like? It goes from left to right. It's horizontal. Good job. And we'll label that on our graph. Y is equal to 1/4. We have enough pieces, don't we? Set up our Cartesian plane. And what do we have here? What's the vertical asymptote? Negative 3/4. Can it be this? Of course it can, right? Set all that. Wow! Hello, little friend. How are you? It looked like a worm. No, really, it did. I really wanted a better color. I apologize, but these are tough times with the economy the way they are. Colored ink, buddy, okay? Can't be splurging every day, okay? Now what? So we have the vertical asymptote done. Now what? Didn't I? Oh my gosh. Don't tell anybody. They'll never know. And how about the horizontal asymptote? 1/4, so somewhere over 0, isn't it? Like that. Is that okay? Y equals 1/4. Now what? Yeah, we have the point 0, 0, don't we? Which is here. So how many of you can tell what does the function have to do here? Can it get through this line? You know what? I'm going to fix that so you can see it better. This is the horizontal. Here's the vertical asymptote, right? Can this function break through that line? No. So we know the function runs up close to it, doesn't it? Can it go through the green dotted line on top? So it's forced this way, isn't it? And what else? Did we get another point? No. So remember, so some people on the quiz, they forgot to do the opposite side. We're looking for a number that's what? Less than negative 3/4. Like what? Negative 1, negative 2, negative whatever you want. I like this, like this. And so it's negative 1 over 4 times negative 1, isn't it? Plus 3. which is equal to negative 1 over negative 1, which is just positive 1. So it's somewhere about here, isn't it? I'll get rid of all this. What did I do wrong? All right, want to do it again? Was it just x at the top?
Yeah, just x at the top.
Negative 1, right? 4 times negative 1 plus 3 equals negative 1 over negative 4 plus 3 equals negative 1 over negative 1. Should I say your first and last name for everyone to hear?
I mean, you can.
Jeremiah Trotter Steen. I can make a mistake if I want to. How many of you are clear that this has to be this way, right? This thing, we know that way over here, it's going to, the horizontal asymptote means that at the ends, it's going to approach a height of this. So it's trying to approach this height, right? It's moving this way. It can't get through this vertical line here, so it gets forced up. Yes?
Okay, what's your question?